So as we start looking at what bots can do for you, you might think, okay, Primary works as a data organization. Why do you care about bots? Because interacting with your data is what bots is all about. You bring this data to bear. You have the opportunity to see interaction with your data in a way you never thought possible. Now, while the cool piece seems to be the application, it's a back-end data stuff that gets us excited about this as well. But we really want to give you a quick heads up on what some of the common bot patterns are that you can use. So you can think about creatively in your organization, what would you use bots for? That's what we want to talk about today. And, I'm going to leverage some of what Microsoft talks about when it comes to bots and just kind of give you some of my take on it. But really, there's 4 patterns that Microsoft calls out, and I agree. I think these are great bot patterns. Let's talk about these patterns and how they actually will work for you. Information retrieval is the first pattern. Ask questions, get an answer. So you might think, well, that's pretty straightforward. Well, yeah, it is. How many times have you actually gotten onto a site and then you get the little bot pop up and say, how can we help you today? And I might say, I am looking for the best price for eggs in Burnsville, where I live. And they go, oh, we'll give you an answer. And based on the information it has, right? So it is designed to answer questions based on what it looks at. It's going to look at that information and give me an answer. Something like, what time will the next train arrive? So maybe I'm running the Amtrak app or something like that. And I got a bot out there and say, what time? I want to ask what time that will answer. And it'll give me an answer. The whole point of an information retrieval bot is that it retrieves information. Enhances your capability as an organization to provide opportunity and context for people. So it's really cool. You get an opportunity to interact with them without having to hire a lot of people to interact with them. Transactional. Look up something, you want to do an action. And I think about the things like you would get from a bot that maybe runs your bank. So you may have bots in your bank and you're like, hey, how can we help you? I would like to open an account. Okay. Well, here's how you open an account. What type of account would you like to open? I'd like to open a savings account. I'm conducting a transaction with this bot to go through the process of opening a savings account at my bank. And this is a great opportunity to take advantage of that kind of bot work in your organization to drive people to decisions, help them get through the process, and basically conduct a transaction. So at the end of that, I could say, hey, yes, I would like to confirm I want to open a bank account. And this is what happens. And it's really cool. Another role that the bots can play is providing advice. They can provide guidance based on what you're asking about. So it's, right now when I'm doing this, we're at the beginning of the year, so we're talking taxes, right? So maybe I should ask my tax advisor, who is my bot that's sitting out there, and I go, hey, what's my risk for audit? Or will my risk for audit increase if I claim my dog as a dependent? Well, probably. And it should be able to answer that question because it's able to look and see expert advice, way it provides, and say dog and dependent in the same category and go, what? This is a bad idea. So, these are the kind of things that you can do from an advice standpoint. You can put together information, you can provide advice, and you can always have the talk to a real person kind of thing in there to finish that chat conversation about why it's a bad idea for my dog to work as a dependent. Frankly, I think that some of the bot type of technology that's available or that type of Q&A stuff has been in tax software for a while because I get asked all kinds of questions and it provides answers and guidance to me based on do you want to know more? Yeah, I'd love to know more. So putting the interaction, the automated interaction that's in that site, it gives you a great opportunity to interact and advise people on what would be good or bad based on what you know and in your experience. The fourth area that we see happen for bots is social conversation. Interact using sentiment. The food was terrible. Who should I talk to? And that's an opportunity. I'm gonna look at that context and go, oh, wow. So they don't like the food. What can we do for them? And I can do interaction with them in this bot service, and just really say, hey, we're really sorry you had a bad experience with the food, because now you know that this happened. And would you like a gift certificate for $5, $10, $100? Depends on the type of restaurant. And we'd love to have you come back and try again. Would you like to leave a message for the cook or whatever around what you saw? See, these are a number of areas around bots that you can use. So these are just 4 areas that you can leverage bots to take advantage of data and the wealth of information you have in your organization. Use it to produce a rich interaction with users in your applications and the opportunity to leverage bots to do that. Have any other questions around bots or how it can be interacting with them or working with data around bots? Click the link below. We'd be happy to help you. Thank you for joining us today. Have a great day.